Hi, guys. I just want to stop by and talk a little bit about this disturbing case that I saw in the media out of Detroit. This just happened a couple of days ago where the husband allegedly found out that all three of his children were not his. And he got a weapon and pew-pewed his wife, and she's alive at this point. He's incarcerated at this point. But when I think about what happened, imagine you thought these children were yours all of these years, and then you find out that they weren't. That's a lot of emotional trauma to process. Not to condone what he did, but then now on the flip side, he didn't think through his actions, and now he could end up serving 10, 20, 30 years easily for this. So my question is that do you think mandatory DNA testing at the hospital could potentially rectify this situation? Because it's happening more and more where fathers are finding out later that they're not the father of the child. They've paid money. This could rock their world. And then it's a factor in domestic violence occurring. So if we started doing mandatory DNA testing at the hospitals, do you think that that could potentially rectify this situation? Because then we would know the truth up front. Comment below. Let me know your thoughts.
Deceiving a partner to fund and raise children not. His breaches trust, causes deep emotional harm, and can end tragically.
You to stop buying stuff for him.
Why wouldn't I buy stuff for my son?
Because he's not your son. Sad to say, but he's not your son.
Whoa. What the hell you mean he's not my son?
He's not your son. I've been meaning to tell you for the past 7 years. He's not your son.
Well, you've been meaning to tell me for 7 years that the child that I've been raising with you is not mine?
You're not even raising him. The only thing that you do is take him to school. Why you think he don't look like you? Why you think he don't have your personality? Hell, he don't even like you.
Yeah, I tell you another thing.
Not
he
your
ain't got.
son.
I tell you another thing. He ain't got.
He not your son.
He ain't got no.
This is why it's important for men to be responsible to not make babies with women. They have no intent to marry because it comes back to hurt them.
A Valley woman accused of faking a pregnancy in order to defraud a former star of The Bachelor is now facing some new charges.
Maricopa County Attorney Rachel Mitchell says Laura Michelle Owens has been indicted for allegedly making a false claim of pregnancy involving a second victim. Investigators say Owens faked documents to back up her claim after a brief relationship ended in 2021. She now faces multiple felonies, including perjury, fraud, forgery, and identity theft. These new charges come in addition to ones tied to former Bachelor star Clayton Echard. Owens is already accused of altering an ultrasound, lying under oath, and faking a pregnancy video. She filed a paternity suit against Echard back in 2023, later claimed she suffered a miscarriage, but a judge later ruled that the claim was false. She is facing 14 felony charges in total for 2 cases. The Echard case trial is set to begin January 2026.
It's about time states starts to make women pay for paternity fraud because it's always been to their advantage, making them hold a man's entire life hostage to a child that isn't his for 18 years child support and emotional damage.
Mr. Hudson, you are not his father.
I wanna take you somewhere, you know I care.
Mr. Davis, you are not his father.
Neither one of them.
This courtroom is in shock. This is not what anyone expected today. Mr. Hudson, how do you feel right now?
Hurt, betrayed.
Mr. Davis?
I'm glad to know your lifestyle is not fair to your child. I really thought he was mine.
You don't know who your child's father is.
No.
This is a top tier level of waywardness, I'm not going to lie.
He just found out the baby isn't his.
I've been calling this girl all morning, bro. The papers just came in. I've been calling her all morning, dummy. Find out the baby not mine. What am I? Like, bro. This girl been playing in my face all morning, bro. All morning. You come drop the baby off with nothing. And it's just gonna ring out. Been calling her all morning, man. All morning, bro. I do everything for both of them, bro. Her and her mother. I take care of these girls, bro. I just got a new house, bro. I just moved. I uprooted my entire life for this.
She been on your ass about this shit.
To find out,
dead wrong, bro.
To find out the baby not mine, bro. To find out that the baby not mine, bro.
Right.
And it's crazy, bro. It's out here who don't even know their child's name, let alone their birthday, bro. I'm out here doing everything for, bro. Look at what she's like, bro. What is this? What is the baby doing with a teeth? What is the baby going to do? Not even a diaper, not a wipe in here, nothing. Oh no. Nothing. No ointment, no banky, no nothing. Nothing. Look at my baby. She's coughing. She's sick. But you got the money and all of that to go on trips. You just came back from Bermuda. Bro, come on, bro. And it's crazy because I guarantee it's that she just pulled up with. I guarantee, bro. I guarantee that's probably her father. When they drop the baby, I guarantee it, bro. I'm ready to call her mother. I'm ready to call her.
They both dead, mom.
I'm ready to call her mother.
And he probably know that's his baby too and all that. Like, he dead, mom.
Hello? How you been, Miss Sherry?
Girl, I don't care about that. I don't care.
Yeah, have you talked to Talisha? Miss Sherry, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not trying to be rude. I just got the paperwork. This baby is not mine. That's exactly what I just said. This baby is not mine, Miss Cheryl. Have you talked to her? Have you seen her? Have you? I'm sorry. I ain't trying to raise my voice. I apologize. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just want to understand as to why I have this responsibility on me and she know this baby not mine. This your daughter. That's the only person I can call to get in contact with her. This is your child. I understand that, Miss Sherry. I know this don't got nothing to do with you, but at the end of the day, this baby has nothing to do with it either. This not my child. I'm watching over, I'm paying, taking care of this baby, and it's not my child. Miss Sherry, I just want to get in contact. That's it. That's all. That's all. That's all I want, Miss Sherry. I don't want no problem. That's all I want, please. That's all I want. I just want answer. I just want to talk to her. Something. I don't care about the money. The money that I spent, I don't even want that back in reimbursement. I don't care about it. I just want to talk to her. I had the paperwork in my hand, Miss Sherry.
It's not about the money, bro. You been around the baby for a minute. Like, it's not about the bread, bro.
Cheryl, you're not listening to what I'm saying. This whole morning, I've been trying to get in contact with her. She got the baby off with no pampers. There's nothing in it, no wipes, nothing in it. The baby came over. She's not changed. She didn't eat.
The phone was calling you. You ain't trying to get the baby back.
Like, what do you want me?
It could be an emergency.
This is your daughter, Miss Cheryl. Miss Cheryl, please, Miss Cheryl, just listen to what I'm not trying to yell, please. This is your daughter. This is your daughter. This is supposedly the parent of this child. Tell me, like, who am I supposed to talk to? Who am I supposed to talk to? She gone.
Not your mama, baby. That's definitely.
That's what we trying to get in contact with now is mom. Yeah, mom, bro. Her mother ain't say nothing. What her mother was talking about?
Her mother just on the same type time as her.
I knew it.
Who you think raised her? Where you think she get this stuff from?
4, 3, 2, 1.
This gender reveal is about to end in tears. tears. After the father-to-be picks the worst possible time for this conversation.
Are you joking? That's what I can joke. I'll be joking. No, I'm not joking, am I? What's that? I don't joke at a time like this.
Something wasn't adding up with the timeline of her pregnancy.
You know, why would I joke about something important like this? So,
John?
Yeah.
What's happened?
It's alright, baby.
We've been together for 5 years.
She's thrown away 5 years of their relationship, and he's exposing the truth in front of her whole family.
Well, like 9 months ago, we weren't sleeping together, so the baby isn't mine. It can't be. I worked it out. I was working out my head today and I thought, this baby can't be mine.
I'm so sorry about this.
It's been eating away at me for the last 2 or 3 months, so I'm sorry to...
Can we have this conversation in private?
He clearly wanted her to feel the impact this has had on him, but is he in the wrong for doing it this way?
It's been eating away at me, sorry, but it's been eating away at me, so I'd rather have it now.
Well, what do you want to know? What do you want to have it out now? Like, we're literally having a boy together. I've only been with you.
The pressure's building up, but I just wanted to say, because I don't want to go any further than
John,
this little
I think
farce.
this conversation needs to stop. So are you okay?
This was one of the most shocking cases to ever take place in court.
Do you know who her father is?
A young woman had been told by her mother since childhood that her biological father had passed away 10 years ago. However, a man stepped forward, claiming to be her real father.
Lost one boy, losing this one. I'm not losing you.
I don't believe so, because the bond that I had felt with him, it wasn't there. It wasn't no daughter and father bond that I felt.
Surprisingly, the judge brought the girl's biological father into the courtroom.
To be your father was dead.
Yes, ma'am.
But he's alive. And we found him for you.
The moment she realized her father was alive, tears streamed down her face. The man, deeply emotional, revealed that he had cherished her memory for over 20 years, holding on to her photos as a symbol of his love.
I look at this picture every night. I never stopped loving her.
Rather than delving into why the mother had kept them apart for 2 decades, the judge chose to proceed directly with announcing the paternity test results.
You are not her father. Mr. Hawkins, you are not her father. Do you know who her father is?
Yeah.
And it's
his brother.
Y'all bashing me about having 7 kids and looking for somebody to help take care of them. What is the issue? As a single woman, am I supposed to just give up on life and not want to find a man that's gonna help me and my kids?
What? Are you mad? Cause you got 3 kids by 4 different dads. You pick cookies, then you bash. Oh man, when you get sad.
That's not a man, that's a sucker, baby. You ain't gotta give up nothing. Just don't have a high expectation that you're gonna find someone in order to fit the bill for 7 kids that are not biologically his. What you need to do is to go back to the man or try one of the men's that inseminated you and try to make relationships work. Those are your best possibilities for finding relationship or help with them kids. The fathers.
My husband got a paternity test on our 5-year-old daughter and it came back negative, and now he wants a divorce.
If you falsely accuse a man of being your baby's daddy, it's called parentage fraud, and it's no joke.
For those of you who are in Tennessee, guess what? House Bill 2689 is getting ready to pass. That is requiring paternity tests before you sign the birth certificate. Because, you know, when people do paternity tests, 1/3 of the time, they end up not being the father, and if they start testing everybody, that number can only go up, not down. They're actually starting to jail time the ladies for maternity fraud because it is such a rampant crime. Wow. And yes, it's a crime.
Hallelujah. This needs to go nationwide.
Absolutely.
But at least it's the first step. Progress, not perfection.
Come on.
But in the meantime, I advise any male that I know to get yourself a DNA kit and swab that child's mouth.
Come on.
Because you'd be surprised just how many of those kids belong to another man.
This should have been criminalized a long damn time ago, and it's awesome to see that finally legislation is catching up to the bullshit, the sexual predatory practices that they will exhibit in order to pin the child upon you. Shit, it's even struck in my own family as well. By the way, for accuracy's sake, you guys gotta understand that this 1 in 25 fathers is not the biological parent was conducted, I believe in the UK, from a study of men that were seeking paternity. And this was conducted 20 years ago. So it's not that 1 in 3 are not the biological parent. It's of those who were tested in this study. But estimates show that for fathers not being tested, it's around a 3.7%, which is still too damn high. If you don't want to be in this statistics, well, then you better swab the cheek.
I bought a Chanel bag with my child support money and everybody is upset.
Wow.
Child support is reimbursement for the money that I already waste on my kids. So me buying a Chanel bag, it evens out.
Houston, we have a problem.
Yep.
I am not going to be saving.
Holding women accountable for paternity fraud encourages honesty, protects families, and reduces lasting harm. Unfaithfulness damages trust, leaving men devastated and forcing children to rebuild bonds with biological fathers they never knew, creating emotional upheaval that could have been prevented through truth and transparency. Drop your thoughts and comments. Come back for more.